generating a random number, right? Oh, shit. I already see the problem with character. 10 is 2 characters. There you go. I was wrong. We'll replace it with a T. T for Taylor and for tan. There you go. I knew there was something wrong with it. I knew it. First off, never work with chairs anyway.
Yeah.
They're a pain in the ears.
But yeah, because it gets converted, like the random number gets converted to a Unicode character string, and then when it's passed to the toString function, it just comes out as a box that has a lot of numbers.
Yeah, so, okay. All right, so then we know that that's shit. It's the best way to constrain that value. When are we going to need to be able to compare them?
For the blackjack, you're going to need to compare every card.
What's that?
In blackjack, you're going to need to compare.
So the way that this is handled, we're going to get into it next year. I know next year it's going to be jam-packed. Jam-packed. Everything is next season. Game of Thrones, it'll all wrap up. Then they introduce, second last season, introduce 15 new characters. Anyway, the way that Java handles this is that, Delaney, guys, give everyone's attention. The way that Java handles this type of stuff. So if you were to take a playing card or a deck of cards, and then you were to say, oh, I'm going to rank them in a certain way, then the next game, it would break, and the deck would only be good for one game. So the way that Java handles this, and you saw it very briefly when we did the compare to function before, but we'll look at it, is that you create a comparator, which is, in this game, this is how you compare the cards. All right, so the deck of cards would then say, okay, if I want to compare 2 cards against each other, you just need to supply me with a comparator object. Because a comparator object will be different for blackjack than it will be for 500s or for 120s. So that's the way Java outsources the comparison into another object. And that object is specific to the game, right? So then a good way to do that would be you could have another factory of comparators that get a comparator for American Go Fish, get a comparator for a European Go Fish, because I guarantee you they do something different over there, real weird. Something about them Europeans walking around, their little tiny cars. Don't trust them. Lived over there for 5 years, don't trust them. I know that. Look, that's where the Illuminati is headquartered. I'm just kidding. Anyway, God, everybody's dead today, eh? I was like, oh, Jesus Christ, Josh. Is it Friday or Monday? All I need is 20 hours of gaming straight to set me right. Okay. So you could then generate the comparator for the different games. Does that make sense? So I already, that was a test. Don't use a character. Test. In fairness to myself, I did / to do. I already regret this. That's how you learn it's wrong, right? Something like that. This is how you learn as a teacher. You lead a student down a garden path, then you leave him hanging for the weekend.
So what you're saying is, we were following along with you?
You're fucked. Yeah. And basically, I gave an advantage to everyone who didn't come to class this morning.
Yeah.
There's an infinite ways to do this. There's an infinite ways to do it wrong. I showed you one of the many infinite ways to do it wrong. By process of elimination, you're more likely to get it right. How's it going?
You could just convert the random number to a character. That would work.
Yeah, you could. Or you could do the following. Here's probably what I would do. Now that I think about it, here's what I do. You want me to show you what I do? Fix this? All right, everybody. Pay attention to me again. Can you guys see my screensies? Someone call me man.
I said man.
Oh, okay. Don't genderize me. All right. I'm going to change this to an int. And I'm going to change all of these to ints. And let's make the ace word. That's word 11. 12. Notice how it doesn't go crazy. because setting the card by value. All right, and then right here. All right, and then 2 string down here. There we go. No problems. No problem. Hey. What's going on here? Well, that's just a debug. But in the playing card factory, I will have to face value. Ooh, how's that working? Why is that not getting matter? Like, what is going on here, Josh? There's guaranteed to be a remnant error from that. You just know something's gonna pop up later. All right, so let's just get a rando number. Let's get a random number between 1 and 10. Yeah, I should get a second number, but I really don't care. I know I'm deriving it by error. It's going to create all kinds of weird patterns in the random. But anyway, whatever. All right, there you go. You're welcome. I fixed it. I made it an integer.
That makes more sense anyway.
Yes.
Josh, I have a question.
Go ahead.
The char keyword is a data type that is used to store a single character. It does mean all letters, or can 1, 2, 3, 4 be a character?
They can, but I just showed how you can do it as an int. Forget about the characters. Let's get rid of characters. That was a test. Aha! You all passed. There we go. We won't mention this again.
So if it shows 13, it won't say king, right? No, it'll just go 13.
Yeah, but you're doing the 2-string method. So when it's, you're going to check for when it's equal to king, and then you're going to print it a k, right? Does that make sense? And then you're, sorry? But it's 13, but also that, like, when you go to add up for blackjack, you're going to say if it's king or jack or queen or 10, then we're going to add 10 to the score. Go ahead.
Okay, yeah, no, that covers it. That will be specified.
So-
Overridden 2-string method, right?
Yeah, it's called playing card dot, like, playing card, and then there's an enums called suit. In this case, there's playing card, and then we've got dot ace, dot king, dot queen, dot jack. And, the only thing you got to worry about here is you got to worry that you don't get some crazy integer value, but, in fairness, we have to worry about that with the character anyway, right? Unless we go full on enums. And the way I handle this now after is well, for blackjack, you don't have to worry about comparison. All you're doing is hit me or not, and sum it up. Right? That's
Another
it.
question.
Go ahead.
You assign 14 for ace. Is there 1 in a deck? Why not ace equals to 1? My question is, why you think ace is 14, not 1?
That's a good question. Because I just typed it. I'm only on my second cup of coffee. I can't be right all the time. It could be 14, it could be 1, but it doesn't. Yeah.
I know you can assign different values to it, but my question is the Chinese thinking and your thinking is different?
It's 22.
I understand, but why is 14 for you?
Because
you don't think A as 1 in a deck of cards?
in blackjack, A can be 1 or 11.
Wow.
Right? Yeah. All right. Field trip to the casino.
They were learn to count cards.
We're gonna learn to count cards. Yeah. Yeah.
That'd be a good one.
It is, yeah. There are people who count cards.